larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller. So that means here students, our larger angle is x, smaller angle is y, and exceeds by 18. That means their difference is equal to 18 students. So here we say that by the second condition, x minus y is equal to 18 degree. That means here having the coefficient other than 1. Now here in this equations are after looking it will be very difficult to solve. But if you follow this method, then you get easily solved, because this is the simplest method, students. Hello students, this is Sujata Gamre coming with class 10 NCERT SSC Math with Sujata ji, and welcome in the exercise 3.2, and this exercise of chapter 3, pair of linear equation in two variable. In this exercise, this exercise is based on the examples that solve the pair of linear equation by the substitution method and form the pair of linear equation, as well as to find the value of m by the required condition. So let us solve the examples in the exercise 3.2. Let us see the first question, students. Solve the following pair of linear equations by the substitution method. So first example is that x plus y is equal to 14 and x minus y is equal to 4. Now here students, we have to solve these equations with the help of the substitution method. So now here, so that's why I call this x plus y is equal to 14 as a first equation. Then I call the x minus y is equal to 4 as a second equation. Now here students, that this is the substitution method. So now here I make the simplest form, that is x is equal to 4 plus 1. I find out the value of x. As 4 plus 1 and call it as the third equation. Now here students, our second part is that put this value in equation 1. Put this value in equation 1. Okay, so what is equation 1? X plus y is equal to 14. Therefore, at the place of x, you should have to write 4 plus 1. So I replace, that is x by 4 plus 1. And then plus y is equal to 14. Then remove the bracket, 4 plus y is equal to 14. Then here students, 4 plus 2y is equal to 14. So that means here students, 2y is equal to 14 minus 4. Then 2y is equal to 10. That means y is equal to 10 upon 2. So here that means students, y is equal to 5. So now here students, we get the value of y. So now the next part is that we have to find out the value of x. Okay. So now for that purpose, we put this value in equation 3. And what is the equation 3? That is x is equal to 4 plus 1. So here x is equal to 4 plus 5. That means x is equal to 9. So here students, y is equal to 5 and x is equal to 9. So here we solve the pair of linear equation by the substitution method. So finally we write students here. Finally we write the solution of a pair of linear equations is xy is equal to 9, 5. So that means here x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 5. Okay students? So such a way we have to write down, or we have to solve such a type of the question by the substitution method. And it is very easy method, students. Okay. Then next one, students, see the next one example. Second one example is s minus t is equal to 3 and s upon 3 plus t upon 2 is equal to 6. Okay students. Then here first I write down the first example, students. First I write down s minus t is equal to 3 and call it as first equation. Okay. I call it as the first equation. But here students, here is a denominator and the denominator place is here 3 and here 2. So now here I simplify this equation. So now here I simplify this equation, that is multiplying. First I write down here s upon 3 plus t upon 2 is equal to 6. So now further I write multiplying both the sides by 6. Okay, because here 3 2s are 6 and the LCM of these 3 and 2 is 6. So I multiply both the sides by 6. So that's why here 6 multiply s upon 3 plus 6 multiply t upon 2, which is equal to 6 multiply 6. Then here further simplify, students. Further this equation simplify, and there 3 1s are 3, here 3 2s are 6, here 2 1s are 2, here 2 3s are 6. And that's why the next step will be 2s plus 3t is equal to 36. Okay, so we assume that this is the second one equation. This is the second one equation. Okay, because it is a simplification of this given equation. Now here, students, come to the first equation, students, and first equation do not have any coefficient other than 1. And so that's why I simplify further that s is equal to, I make the value of s as 3 plus t. S is equal to 3 plus t, and call it as the third one equation. I call it as the third one equation. Now here the next process, students, here the next process is that put the value of s in equation 2. So here I write down the equation 2. 2s plus 3t is equal to 36. 2s plus 3t is equal to 36. Then here, students, 2. Then here multiply, at the place of s I write down this value, students, 3 plus t. So 2 multiply 3 plus t plus 3t is equal to 36. Then I multiply 2 by 3, then 2 3s are 6 plus 2 multiply t, that is 2t plus 3t is equal to 36. So here 6 plus 2t plus 3t, that means here, students, 5t, which is equal to 36. Okay, now shifting the 6. So here 5t is equal to 36 minus 6. That means 5t is equal to 30. So here t is equal to 30 upon 5. That means here, students, t is equal to here 5 1s are 5, 5 6 are 30. And that means t is equal to 6. T is equal to 6. Okay, I write down here t is equal to 6. So such a way we have the value of t. Now we have to find out the next one variable, and that next one variable is that t. So here, the next one variable, that is a s. So put this value in equation 3. Now here write down the third equation, and the third equation is s is equal to 3 plus t. S is equal to 3 plus t. Okay, then here s is equal to 3 plus 6. So s is equal to 9. S is equal to 9. Okay, students, therefore s is equal to 9. Now here final answer is that, we write down here final answer, students. Here the solution of a pair of linear equation is st is equal to 9 6. Okay, so this way we have the solution of the second one example. So such a way you have to find out such an example by the substitution method. Now the next one, students, next one example, same type of the example, students, very easy, same type of the example. So now here the first equation is 3x minus y is equal to 3, and second one is that 9x minus 3y is equal to 9. So first I write down that the first equation 3x minus y is equal to 3. I called it as the first one equation. And then here, students, the second one equation, that is 9x minus 3y is equal to 9. Called it as the second one equation. Now here, students, carefully observe that. The clue is that how can we solve this such a type of the example or such a type of the equation with the help of the substitution method, that you have to observe which one variable do not having the coefficient other than 1. Now here in this first equation, students, that by having only minus 1 coefficient, the coefficient of y is equal to minus 1, and that means here we find out the value of y, students. Okay, and that will be easy to put this value of y in the other equation. So now here I write down the first equation as it is 3x minus y is equal to 3. Therefore, students, minus y is equal to 3 minus 3x. Now here, students, there is a minus sign for the y. So here we change the sign of each and every term. And so here that negative term becomes positive. Here this positive 3 becomes negative 3. And this negative term becomes positive term. And that means here we simplify further. That is y is equal to 3x minus 3. So this will be our value of y and call it as the third one equation. Okay students, now here students we have the 1, 2, 3 equations. So here the value of y, put this value of y in equation 2. Because this value of y, we get this value of y from the equation 1. So put this value of y in equation 2. So here I write down the instruction, and that instruction is that put this value of y, put this value of y in equation 2. So first I write down the equation 2, 9x minus 3y is equal to 9. Therefore 9x minus 3 multiply 3x minus 3 is equal to 9. Then further simplify it, 9x minus 9x minus 9x plus 9 is equal to 9. Now here students there is a, so here students 9x minus 9x plus 9 is equal to 9. So 9x minus 9x, that means here 0 plus 9 is equal to 0. And that means here students 9 is equal to 9. Now here both the variables, so here x variable get disappear. So that means here the left hand side and right hand sides are equal. 9 is equal to 9. And such a condition we can say that such a type of a pair of linear equations have an infinite solution. Such a condition, if LHS is equal to RHS and the variable get disappear, then we write down that a pair of linear equations have an infinite solution. Okay, so this condition could be applied here students. Then next one example students, see the next one example. Here students, the first equation is 0.2x plus 0.3y is equal to 1.3, and here second equation 0.4x plus 0.5y is equal to 2.3. So first I write down this equation as it is. First I write down these two equations as it is. So I write down the first equation here, 0.2x plus 0.3y is equal to 1.3, and call it as the first one equation. Now here, this is the second one equation students, this is the second one equation, that is 0.4x plus 0.5y is equal to 2.3, and call it as the second one equation. Now here students, these equations are in the decimal form, and so we'll further simplify these two equations. So how can we simplify these equations? So here students, that I write down multiplying both the sides by 10. So that means here 10 multiply 0.2x plus 10 multiply 0.3y is equal to 10 multiply 1.3, and that means here students 10 multiply 2 upon 10 x plus 10 multiply 3y upon 10 is equal to 10 multiply 13 upon 10. And then further simplify students, that here I simplify here that 10 get cancelled here. Here in the second term 10 get cancelled. Here students at the right hand side 10 get cancelled, and that means here students our answer will be here 2x plus 3y. Not our answer, but our equation becomes, simplifying equation becomes 2x plus 3y is equal to 13. So I call this equation as a third one equation. Now further I simplify this second equation. Same to same students. Okay, same way I simplify this equation. So I write down multiplying this equation, multiplying this equation, or multiplying both the sides by 10. Then here students, I write 10 multiply 0.4x plus 10 multiply 0.5y is equal to 10 multiply 2.3. Then further simplify students, 10 multiply 0.4 means 4 upon 10. So I write 4x upon 10 plus here 10 multiply 0.5 means 5 upon 10. So I write 5y upon 10, and here 10 multiply 23 upon 10. So now further I simplify that. Here 10 get cancelled out. Then here in the second term 10 get cancelled out. And at the right hand side 10 get cancelled out. So here simplify this as 4x plus 5y is equal to 23. And I call it as this equation as the fourth one equation. Listen, students, I call it as the fourth one equation. Now here we simplify this third and fourth equation by the substitution method. So now here first I simplify this third one equation as this way. Look students here that 3y is equal to 13 minus 2x. Okay? Here 13 minus 2x. So y is equal to 13 minus 2x upon 3. Then students, then here further put this value in equation 4. In equation 4. Therefore, I write down the fourth one equation 4x plus 5y is equal to 23. Therefore, 4x plus 5 multiplied 13 minus 2x upon 3 is equal to 23. Then further students, that is 4x plus, that means multiplying both the sides. Here multiplying the each and every term in the bracket by 5. So here 5 multiply 13. So I take this 1 upon 3 outside. Okay, 1 upon 3 outside. And then multiplying 5 by 13. So 5 multiplied 13 minus 5 multiplied by 2x. 5 multiplied by 2x. Then is equal to 23. Is equal to 23. That means here students 4x plus 1 upon 3. Here 13 5 is 65 minus 10x is equal to 23. Now at the denominator place there is a 3. So I multiply both the sides by 3. So here I write multiplying both the sides by 3. So that means here 3 multiplied by 4x plus 3 multiplied by 1 upon 3. Here 65 minus 10x is equal to 3 multiplied by 23. So here 12x plus here students 3 get cancelled. So here 65 minus 10x is equal to 23. So that means here 69. Then here further simplify this equation as 12x minus 10x and therefore it is 2x. Then 2x plus 65 is equal to 69. So that means here students 2x is equal to 69 minus 65. Therefore 2x is equal to 4. So that means here students x is equal to 4 upon 2. So x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. Okay. So now here is the value of first variable x. Now we have to find out the value of y. So now here I do this example. Here students at this position here. So now put this value in equation. Put this value in equation here. I forgot to write the equation of this. So the number I taken as the 5. Okay, because the last one is the fourth one equation. So I give the equation, this equation as fifth one equation. Okay, so y is equal to in equation fifth. Y is equal to 13 minus 2x upon 3. Okay. Then here substitute the value of 2 here. So y is equal to 13 minus 2 multiplied by 2 divided by 3. So y is equal to 13 minus 4 divided by 3. So that means here y is equal to, so 13 minus 4. So that means 9 upon 3. So y is equal to 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. So y is equal to 3. 3 upon 1 means y is equal to 3. Now here students, the solutions, therefore we say that the solution of a pair of linear equation is xy is equal to 2 3. Okay, student. So such a way, by the substitution method, you can solve such a type of the examples. Okay, student. So these steps, this method is very easy, students. This is the simplest method. Then you get the answer. Okay, students. So follow this method and try to solve it yourself, students. Okay, and practice such a type of the example, because examination purpose, it is very important question. So now see the next one example, students. See the next one example. Root 2x plus root 3y is equal to 0, and root 3x minus root 8y is equal to 0. So now here, students, I call it as the root 2x plus root 3y is equal to 0 as a first one equation. And then students, root 3x minus root 38y is equal to 0 at the second equation. Now here, students, in both the equation, x and y variable having the coefficient. So choose any one equation to simplify. Okay, so here I choose the second equation. This second equation. Okay, and that means here I write down root 3x is equal to root 8y. So that means x is equal to root 8y upon root 3. So here this is the value of x, and I call it as the third one equation. Now the next step is that put this value in equation. Put this value in equation 1. Because we get this value of x from the equation second. So we put this value in equation 1. So here I write down the equation 1, root 2x plus root 3y is equal to 0. Then here root 2 multiplied root 8y upon root 3 here plus root 3y is equal to 0. Then further simplified, that is root 2 multiplied root 8 upon root 3 y plus root 3y, which is equal to 0. Then next one. Then here, students, next one step is that root 2 multiply root 8, and that means here root 16 upon root 3 y plus root 3y plus root 3y is equal to 0. Then root 16, students, root 16 means 4. So I write down here 4 upon root 3y plus root 3y is equal to 0. Now here, students, at the denominator place there is root 3. So multiplying both the sides by root 3. Multiplying both the sides by root 3. So here root 3 multiplied 4 upon root 3y plus root 3y is equal to, students, root 3 multiplied root 3y is equal to root 3 multiplied 0. Okay, each and every term I multiply root 3 each and every term. So here root 3 get cancelled, students. See here root 3 get cancelled. So that means here, students, that 4y plus, and here root 3 multiply root 3. That means, students, here very easy, that is a 3. So 3y is equal to 0. So now here, students, 4y plus 3y. 4y plus 3y is equal to 7y. 7y is equal to 0, and that means y is equal to 0 upon 7. So y is equal to 0. So now here, students, we get the value of y as 0. So now put this value of y. So the next process that here put this value in equation 3. So I write down first the third equation, x is equal to root 8y upon root 3. Then that means here x is equal to root 8. Now the value of y at 0. So root 8 multiplied 0 upon root 3. So x is equal to here root 8 multiplied 0, that means 0, students. So 0 upon root 3, and that means here, students, x is equal to 0. So here, students, solution of a pair of linear linear equation is xy is equal to 0, 0. X is equal to xy is equal to 0, 0. Because both the variable having the value 0, 0. Both the variable having the value 0, 0. So you follow these steps, students. Okay? And here students, the fifth one example is solved. Then here students see the next one example. Next one example is the sixth one example. Now here this sixth one example look like as a hard because it is in a fraction form. Okay, but it will be very, very easy. We simplify this fraction form. Okay, so here the first one equation is 3x upon 2 minus 5y upon 3 is equal to minus 2. Second one, x upon 3 plus y upon 3, 2 is equal to 13 upon 6. So now here students, I call this 3x upon 2 minus 5y upon 3 is equal to minus 2. Now here students, that call it as the first one equation. Then here is a 2, here is a 3. So that means LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. So here students, multiplying both the sides by 6. So I write here multiplying both the sides by 6. Then here students, I write 6 multiply 3x upon 2 minus 6 multiply 5y upon 3 is equal to 6 multiply minus 2. Then here students, cancellation, that is here 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. Here also 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. And that means here students, I write down 3 threes are 9x here, minus 2 5s are 10, so 10y here, and is equal to minus 12. So this is the simplest form of this first equation. So I call it as the second one equation. Okay students, further I write down the second equation. What is the second equation? This one. That is, the second equation is this one. X upon 3 plus y upon 2 is equal to 13 upon 6. Call it as the third one equation. I further simplify this equation. Okay, so that means here at the denominator place there is a 3, 2 and 6. So the LCM of these numbers is 6. So I multiply both the sides by 6 students, by 6 because LCM is 6. So I write down the instruction here, multiplying both the sides by 6. Therefore here students, 6 multiply x upon 3 plus 6 multiply y upon 2 is equal to 6 multiply 13 upon 6. So now here students, the cancellation occur here. So 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. 6 ones are 6, 6 ones are 6. And the remaining part is that, students, 2x plus 3y is equal to 13. And I called it as this simplified equation as fourth one equation. I called it as this simplified equation as the fourth one equation. Now further, I get the value of students first any one variable, and that one variable, that y. So here 3y is equal to 13 minus 2x. That means here students that y is equal to 13 minus 2x upon 3. 13 minus 2x upon 3. I get the value of y here students, and that's why I call it as the fifth one equation. I call it as this equation as a fifth one equation. I get this value of y from the equation 4. So that's why I put this value in equation 2. Because it is the simplest one equation students. The second one equation is the simplest one equation. So I put this value in equation 2. So I write down the second equation, 9x minus 10y is equal to minus 12. Then here 9x minus 10 multiplied 13 minus 2x upon 3, which is equal to minus 12. So that means here 9x minus, here I take the outside as 1 upon 3, and here 10 multiply 13, that means 130, minus here 10 multiply by 2x, that means 20x. Okay, and here minus 20x, and it's equal to minus 12. Now here students, here is a 3. At the denominator place, there is a 3. So multiplying both the sides by 3. So here 3 multiply 9x minus 3 multiply 1 upon 3, then here 130 minus 20x is equal to minus 12. So that means here students see here cancellation occur. So 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3. So now here 3 nines are 27x minus here 130 plus here minus and here minus. So plus 20x is equal to minus 12. Then further students that 27x plus 20x. So that means here students 47x. So I write down that 47x minus 130 which is equal to minus 12. Then further 47x is equal to minus 12 plus 130. So here 47x is equal to 130 minus 12, and that means here students, that means here 3 minus 1, that means 1 here students, here 1. So 118. Okay. So now here x is equal to 118 upon 47. So now here students, that is a 47 fours are students. What is this? 47 are fours are. So 7 fours are 28. So now here 16 and here 188. So now no, it is not possible. So now here 118. Sorry students, here I write, okay, 47, okay, it is correct. So minus 12 and plus 20. So here students 120, 118, and that means here students, so no one, so it is in fraction form. The answer comes in fraction form students. X is equal to 118 upon 47. Okay. Or any mistake students there? Nothing. 130 here students. Okay students, here I multiply both the sides by 3, but I do not multiply this. So this is a mistake. Okay. So I remove that mistake. That is multiplying 3. Okay. So here multiplying 3, that means here minus 36. Okay. Okay. So here I multiply by 3 both the sides, but I do not multiply here 12 by 3, minus 12 by 3. So now minus 12 multiply 3, that means here minus 36. So here students, now the next step here, see here, there are changes, some changes are there students. See carefully, which changes are occur here. So here minus 36. So now minus 36 plus 130. Okay students, and that means here students 130 minus 36. Okay, 130 minus 36, and that means here students 4 and then 9. Okay, I think it is correct. Okay, so now here 6, 4, 10 and here 13. It is correct. Okay, so here 94. Then here the next step 94 upon 47. So now here student 47 twos are, see here 47 multiply 2. So here 7 twos are 14, 4 twos are 8 and 94. Yes, good. Now here good going. X is equal to, here cancellation students. Here it is a cancellation. See 47 ones are 47 and 47 twos are 94. So x is equal to students, x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. Okay students. So now here put this value of x, put this value in equation 5. So now here I write down the fifth one equation, y is equal to 13 minus 2x upon 3. Okay, 13 minus 2x upon 3. And then y is equal to 13 minus, I need the bracket. Okay, 13 minus 2 multiply 2 divided by 3. So y is equal to 13 minus 4 upon 3. So here students, that y is equal to 9 upon 3. So y is equal to 3. 3 3s are 3. 3 3s are 9. So now here we have the two variables, two values of two variable, and that means students here I write down here answer. Okay, and that answer is that therefore the solution of a pair of linear equation is xy is equal to 2, 3. Okay students, these equations are after looking it will be very difficult to solve, but if you follow this method then you get easily solved, because this is the simplest method students. Okay, and you should practice such a type of the equation. Okay, question second students, solve 2x plus 3y is equal to 11 and 2x minus 4y is equal to minus 24, and hence find the value of m for which y is equal to mx plus 3. Okay, so now here students, here I write down the first equation. That first equation is students 2x plus 3y is equal to 11. Call it as the first one equation. And then second one, that is a 2x minus 4y is equal to minus 24, and I call it as the second one equation. If you observe carefully these two equations, then their first term, that is the 2x, okay, that are equal in both the equations, and so that's why I eliminate that the x variable. So for elimination, I do the process, that is subtracting equation 1 and 2, subtracting equations 1 and 2. Then here 2x plus 3y is equal to 11 minus 2x minus 4y is equal to minus 24. So here minus, here plus, so 2x minus 2x 0 plus 3 plus 4 plus 7y, which is equal to 11 plus 24, and that means here 35. So here 7y is equal to 35, students, and here students y is equal to 35 upon 7, and that means here students y is equal to, therefore y is equal to 5. Now here students put this value of y, put this value of y in equation 1. So the equation 1, students, 2x plus 3y is equal to 11. So here 2x plus 3 multiply 5 is equal to 11. So here 2x plus 15 is equal to 11. So here 2x is equal to 11 minus 15. So here 2x is equal to minus 4. So x is equal to minus 4 upon 2. So x is equal to minus 2. Now here students, we have the value of x and y. So here we say that the solution of the equations is xy is equal to minus 2, 5. Then next step, that first step is over. Then the next step is that we have to find out the value of m when y is equal to mx plus 3. Y is equal to, students, see here y is equal to mx plus 3. So here I put the value of y, that is 5 here. 5 is equal to m multiply the value of x is minus 2. So minus 2 plus 3. So here 5 is equal to minus 2m plus 3. So here students, that 5 minus 3 is equal to minus 2m. So 2 is equal to minus 2m. So 2 upon minus 2, which is equal to m. So minus 1 is equal to m. So therefore we say m is equal to minus 1. Okay, student? So such a way we can find out that we solve these equations, and also we can get the value of m here. Okay. Question 3, students. Form the pair of linear equations for the following problems and find their solution by the substitution method. So first one example is that, students, the difference between two numbers is 26 and one number is 3 times the other. Find them. Okay, students. Now there are the two numbers, and in between the two numbers there is one is the biggest one and the second one is the smallest one. So our assumption will be, let x be the biggest number and y be the smallest number. Okay. Then here, by the first condition, students, so the first condition says that the difference between the two numbers is 26. There are difference between. So here biggest number is x minus smallest number is equal to 26. So is equal to 26, and then call this equation as a first one equation. Then students, here in this example there is also a second condition, and that I write here by the second condition. So what is the second condition here? So second condition is for the second statement, that is one number is 3 times the other. One number, so that means we consider the biggest number is equal to 3 times. 3 times means 3 to the other. That means the other number is 3y. So this will be our second equation. Okay. So and here we have to solve. We get the equation, students. Now we have to solve these two equations with the help of the substitution method. So I write here substitution method. So now here that substitution method, so I say that substitute the value of x in equation 1. So now here first equation is x minus y is equal to 26. So here 3y minus y is equal to 26. So here students, therefore 2y is equal to 26. 2y is equal to 26. So here y is equal to 26 upon 2. So y is equal to 13. Therefore y is equal to 13. So now here again substitute the value of y in equation 2. So the second one equation is x is equal to 3y. So x is equal to 3 multiply 13. So x is equal to 39. Therefore x is equal to 39. So now here the final answer, the students, the final answer is the biggest number is equal to 39 and the smallest number is equal to 13. Okay students, the smallest number is 13. So switch on it, we can solve this example. Okay. Second one example students, the larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18 degrees. Find them. Now here students, there are the two conditions hidden in this example students. Okay, so here students, the larger of the two supplementary angles exist. That means here students, there are the two angles. Which one? There are the two angles. First one is the larger one and the second one is the smaller one angle. So here that our assumption part is, there is a first assumption part. So we say that let x be the larger angle and y be the smallest angle. Y be the smallest angle. Now here students, they mention here that the supplementary angle. That means students, these two angles are supplementary to each other. So what is the meaning of the supplementary angle? The sum of the supplementary angle, sum of the two angle is equal to 180 degree. Then that is supplementary angle. So that means here students, by the first condition, here we say that by the first condition, we can say that x plus y is equal to 180 degree. Okay, and call it as the first one equation students. Okay, so now here the next one condition students, that larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller. So that means here students, our larger angle is x, smaller angle is y, and exceeds by 18. That means their difference is equal to 18 students. So here we say that by the second condition, x minus y is equal to 18 degree. That means here we only write down the 18. Okay, so now here students, we have the two equations, and these two equations, solve these two equations with the help of substitution method. So now here students, for the substitution method, I choose the equation for the substitution purpose, that equation 2. Okay students, I choose the equation second one. So here I say that therefore x is equal to 18 plus 1. I get the new equation, and that is for the value of x, and that's why I call it as the third one equation. Now here students, then I say that place or substitute the value of x in equation 1. Because students, this third equation, we get the third equation from the second equation. So we substitute the third equation, the value of the x in equation 1. So the equation 1 is x plus y is equal to 180 degree. Therefore students, x, that is 18 plus y here, plus y is equal to 180. So that means here 18 plus y, that means 2y, which is equal to 180. That means here students, the next step will be 2y is equal to 180 minus 18. Therefore, 2y is equal to 168. 2y is equal to, sorry student, 162. Okay students, then here y is equal to 162 upon 2. Therefore students, y is equal to 2 8s are 16, 2 1s are 2. Therefore, y is equal to 81. Now here students, the next process is that we have to substitute that, place the value of y, place, or we say put the value of y. Put the value of y in equation 3. That way we can get the value of x. So the equation 3, that is x is equal to 18 plus y. Therefore, x is equal to 18 plus 81. X is equal to here 99. Therefore, x is equal to 99. And that means students, we have the value of, now we have the value of x and y, and the assumption part, in the assumption part, we say that larger angle is equal to x. Therefore, here we say larger angle is equal to 99 degree, and smallest angle smallest angle is equal to 81 degree, is equal to 81 degree. So this is our final answer. Okay students, so such a way we can find the larger angle and the smaller angle. Okay students, very easy example students. So now let us see the next one example students. The next one example is that the coach of a cricket team buys 7 bats and 6 ball. 7 bats and 6 ball for rupees 3,800. For rupees 3,800. Later, she buys 3 bats and 5 balls for rupees 1,750. Find the cost of each bat and each ball. Each bat and each ball. That means we have to find out the cost of a bat, cost of one bat and one ball students. So that means here students, this is our assumption part. So here students, we write the assumption part first, and that is students, let x be the cost of one bat and y be the cost of one ball. Now here students, that means here students, by the first condition, we say that by the first condition. So here I write down that by the first condition. Okay, so now the first condition is that 7 bats and 6 ball for rupees 3,800. So now here the cost of 7 bats will be 7x and the cost of 6 ball is equal to 6y. So the total amount will be 7x plus 6y is equal to 3,800, and this is our first equation getting from the first condition students. The next part is that students, by the second condition. We say by the second condition, the coach buys 3 bats and 5 balls. 3 bats and 5 balls. So here cost of 3 bats, that means 3x, and the cost of 5 balls, that means 5y, and the total cost will be 1,750 rupees. So this is our second equation. 3x plus 5y is equal to 1,750. So now here students, we have the 2 equations and we have to solve these 2 equations by the substitution method. So here students, we choose the equation for the substitution purpose. So which equation we have to choose? So here I choose the second equation. Okay, no problem. So I choose the second equation. So I write down the second equation, 3x plus 5y is equal to 1,750 again, and then say that 5y is equal to 1,750 minus 3x, and that means here y is equal to 1,750 minus 3x upon 5. So this is the value of y, and we have to substitute this value in the equation 1 student. So now here this will be our new equation. So I write here, or I call it as the third equation. Now here students, our second part is that substitute the value of y in equation 1. Substitute the value of y in equation 1. So now here student, first I write down the equation 1 students. That is 7x plus 6y is equal to 3,800, and then put the value of y in this equation. So here 7x plus 6 in the bracket, I write down the value of y, that is 1,750 minus 3x upon 5 and is equal to 3,800. Now here students, I simplify this equation first. First I simplify this equation. That is, at the denominator place there is 5. So here I multiply both the sides by 5. Then it can be simplified. So here I say multiplying both the sides by 5. Then here students, here 5 multiply 7x plus 5 multiply 6 in the bracket 1,750 minus 3x upon 5 is equal to 5 multiply 3,800. Now here students, 5 sevens are 35x plus here students 5, here cancellation part is that 5 ones are 5, here also 5 ones are 5. So that means here students that 6 multiplied 1750 minus 3x is equal to, and the multiplication of 38 into 5. That means here students that 8, that 40, 15, 19. Okay, 19,000. And here students 35x plus 6 multiply 1750 minus 6 multiply 3x is equal to 19,000. Then here students 35x plus 6 multiply 175. Here 6 5 are 30, then 3, then 45, here 4, 6 1 are 6, and here 10. So 1050, and this 0 also come here. So now here 6 3s are 18x is equal to 19,000. So now here students see 35x minus 18x. 35x minus 18x. That means here students that will be students the 17x. So 17x plus 10,500 is equal to 19,000. Then here 17x is equal to 19,000 minus 10,500. That means here students 17x is equal to now 19,000 minus 10,500, and that means here students 8,500. Okay, so now here students, now here x is equal to 8,500 divided by 17, and which is equal to 17 1 is 17, 17 5 is 85, so 500. So here students x is equal to, so or I write the next step here, I write the final answer in the next step, and that will be students here I write here in this part. Okay, in this. So therefore x is equal to 500. Okay students, x is equal to 500. Now here students that the next part, that is to find out the value of y. So here y is equal to 1750 minus 3x upon 5. That means here students y is equal to 1750 minus 3 into 500 divided by 5. So y is equal to 1750 minus 1500 divided by 5. Therefore y is equal to, now 1750 minus 1500 students, that is equal to 250. So 250 divided by 5. Therefore y is equal to 5 5 is 25 and 0. So here y is equal to 50. So now here students we have the two values, that is for we get the value of x and y here, and that part is our assumption, and so finally we write down the answer. So now here where I write down that, yes, this part is empty. So I write down the final answer here. Okay. So now here I write down the cost of 1 bat. Therefore the cost of 1 bat is equal to rupees 500, and the cost of 1 ball is equal to rupees 50. Okay, so such a way we can solve such a type of the example word problem by the substitution method. Okay students, so now here next one example students, the next one example is that the taxi charges in a city consist of a fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. For a distance of 10 km, the charge paid rupees 105. The charge paid is rupees 105, and for a journey of 15 km, the charge paid is rupees 155. What are the fixed charges and the charge per kilometer? Charge per kilometer. How much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 km? Now here students, that this word problem have to solve with the help of the substitution method. Now here students, such a type of the problems that there are the two conditions, and here students the two conditions are that we have to find out the fixed charges and the charge per kilometer. So this is our assumption part student. So here I write down that first, let x be the fixed charge. Let x be the fixed charge. X be the fixed charge. And we have to calculate, that is the charge per kilometer. So here I say, and y be the charge per kilometer. So now here students, we have to follow the first condition. That first condition says that, first I write down by the first condition. By the first condition. So what is the first condition here students? Fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. So now here for a distance 10 kilometer. For a distance 10 kilometer students, that the charge paid is rupees 105. So that means here students, the condition is that there is a fixed charge X, and as well as a distance for the distance 10 kilometer. For the distance 10 kilometer, that means we say the charge for the 10 kilometer will be 10y. So here 10y, and the total charge will be rupees 105. So here x plus 10y is equal to 105, and that will be our first equation. Now here students, the next part is that journey of 15 kilometer, the charge paid rupees 155. So that means here students, by the second condition, we say that by the second condition. So second condition says that the fixed charge is x, and the 15 kilometer journey, for the charge for 15 kilometer journey, that will be 15y is equal to total paid, that will be rupees 155. So here the second equation will be x plus 15y is equal to 155. So such a way we have the two equations, and these two equations solved with the help of the substitution method. So now here for the substitution, I choose here students the second equation students. Okay, second equation. So now here therefore I say x is equal to 155 minus 15y. So this is our new equation. So we call it as the third one equation. Then I write down that substitute the value of x in equation 1. Then equation 1 is x plus 10y is equal to 105. So here at the place of x, I write down 155 minus 15y plus 10y is equal to 105. Therefore students, further 155, now here minus 15y plus 10y, that means minus 5y is equal to 105. Therefore students, minus 5y is equal to 105 minus 155. So now here students, that minus 5y is equal to 155 minus 105, and that means here students, see here 155 minus 105, that means here students, that is 50. So here minus 50. Okay, minus 5y is equal to minus 50. So 5y is equal to 50. So y is equal to 50 upon 5. So y is equal to 5 times 50. So y is equal to 10. Therefore y is equal to 10. Now here students, I say that put this value in equation 3. So the equation 3 is that x is equal to 155 minus 15y. Therefore x is equal to 155 minus 15 multiplied 10. So x is equal to 155 minus 15 times 150. Therefore x is equal to 155 minus 150, that is 5. So x is equal to 5. So now here students, we have the two values. Okay, we have the values of x and y. So now here students, we finally says that the fixed charge is equal to rupees 5, and charge per kilometer, and the charge per kilometer is equal to rupees 10, Okay student, so finally we have the answer. Now here students, that how much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 kilometer? Again there is a sub question students, how much does a person have to pay? So here one person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 kilometer is equal to, so here I write down final answer, that is here a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 kilometer is equal to. So now here students, that is the fixed charge rupees 5, and then per kilometer. So 25 kilometer. So 25 kilometer charge per kilometer. That means 25 multiply 10. Charge per kilometer is 10. So there is a 25 kilometer distance. So 5 plus 25 multiply 10. So 5 plus 250. So here 300. So it is 300. Okay, students. So that's why we can finding out here the sub question also, the solution of the sub question also. Okay, student. So such a way we can solve such a type of the pair of linear equation with the help of the substitution method. Okay, student. So these such examples are very easy, students. Okay. So now here, students, the next one example. See the next one example here. So example is that a fraction becomes 9 upon 11. Here I say that 9 upon 11. If 2 is added to both the numerator and the denominator, if 3 is added to both the numerator and the denominator, it becomes 50. No, it becomes, I think it becomes 5 upon 6. Okay, students, it would be 5 upon 6. Yes, students, it will be the 5 upon 6. Okay, now here make the connection 5 upon 6, find the fraction. Now here, students, we have to solve this example. Here first part is that assumption. So here we have to find out the fraction. So here we say that the fraction is equal to x upon y. That means here we mention the numerator, which one is the numerator and which one is the denominator. So first I assume that let x be the numerator and y be the denominator. Y be the denominator. So that will be, therefore the fraction becomes, students, the fraction becomes x upon y. Okay, the fraction becomes x upon y. So now here, as per the first condition, students, as per the first condition, so I here write that by the given first condition. So the first condition says that a fraction becomes 9 upon 11. The fraction becomes 9 upon 11. So I write here the fraction becomes 9 upon 11. When if 2 is added to both the numerator and denominator. So here our fraction is x upon y, and here the condition is that you have to add the 2 in the numerator and as well as in the denominator. Okay, students. But here, students, by the first condition we get this fraction. Okay. So now here this is not in a simplest form, students. So we simplify further here at this stage. Okay. So I cross multiply here. So 11 multiply x plus 2 is equal to 9 multiply y plus 2. So that means here, students, 11x plus 11 2s are 22 is equal to 9y plus 9 2s are 18. Therefore, students, 11x minus 9y is equal to 18 minus 22. So 11x minus 9y is equal to, students, minus 4. So this is our first equation. We called it as this as first equation. Okay, students. Then here by the next condition. So by the second condition. So here say that by the second condition. So second condition says that if 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, then the fraction becomes 5 upon 6. So which is equal to 5 upon 6. It is in complex form. So we further simplify it. So cross multiply this one. So 6 multiply x plus 3 is equal to 5 multiply y plus 3. So now here, students, that is 6x plus 6 3s are 18 is equal to 5y plus 5 3s are 15. So now here 6x minus 5y is equal to 15 minus 18. So here 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 3. Now here, students, we have the two equations. That is, this equation is called as the second one. We can call it as the second equation. Now we have the two equations, students, and these two equations solved with the help of solved by the substitution method. So now here, students, at this time I choose the first equation, students, for the substitution process. Okay. So here I choose the first equation. So I write down the first equation here. 11x minus 9y is equal to minus 4. So that means I write down 11x is equal to 9y minus 4. That means x is equal to 9y minus 4 divided by 11. So this is the value of x, students. This is the value of x. We get the value of x here. Now here, students, further I say that, now here I call it as the new equation, that is the third one equation. Now here, students, I say that substitute the value of x in equation 2. because this equation, the third one equation, get from the first equation. So now here, that's why we put this value in equation 2. So the second one equation is 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 3. Then further I say that 6 multiplying 9y minus 4 divided by 11 minus 5y is equal to minus 3, So now here students, that at the denominator place there is a 11. So I say that multiplying both the sides by 11. Multiplying both the sides by 11. So now here 11 multiply 6, multiply 9y minus 4 divided by 11 minus 11 multiplied 5y is equal to 11 multiplied minus 3. So that's why here the cancellation part here students, the cancellation part is that 11 1 11, 11 1 11. Okay, then here students, that 6 multiply 9y minus 4 minus 11 5 55y is equal to 11 3 minus 33. So here 6 9 54y minus 6 4 24 minus 55y is equal to minus 33. Therefore students, 54y minus 55y, that means here minus y. So minus 24 is equal to minus 33. Therefore minus y is equal to minus 33 plus 24. So here minus y is equal to, then here students, 33 minus 24. That means here students 9. So minus 9. Okay. So now here students, that y is equal to 9. Y is equal to 9. Then put this value of y in equation 3. So here I say put this value in equation 3. So the equation 3 is x is equal to 9y minus 4 divided by 11. So here x is equal to 9 multiply 9 minus 4 divided by 11. So x is equal to 81 minus 4 upon 11. And that means here students, therefore x is equal to 81 minus 4, and that means 77 upon 11. So therefore x is equal to 7. Now we have the values of x and y. Now final answer, we write down the final answer, and we have to write only the fraction. Okay, so here we say therefore fraction is equal to 7 upon 9. Fraction is equal to 7 upon 9. So now here students, such a way we can solve the pair of linear equation with the help of substitution method. Okay students, now let us see the next one example students. So the next one example is 5 years hence the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. 5 years ago Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. What are their present age? Okay, present ages. So now here students, there we have to find out the present age of Jacob and the present age of his son. So now here students, so this is our assumption part. So first I write down that let x be the present age of Jacob, and y be the present age of his son. Now here students, in this example there are 2 conditions, but before that I write down that here 5 years hence. Here they mention here the word 5 years hence, and here the 5 years ago. Okay, 5 years ago means before 5 years, and the 5 year hence, that means after 5 years. Okay students, so that means here I mentioned that 5 years hence. So here I say that by the first condition, first I write down that 5 years hence. Okay, 5 years hence. Okay, 5 years hence, that means here after 5 years. Okay, after, so I mention here also after 5 years. Okay, and that means here students, after 5 years age of Jacob is equal to x, after means x plus 5, and age of his son age of his son becomes y plus 5. And then I write down that. Then here I mention that by the first condition. So by the first condition, 5 years says the age of Jacob, x plus 5 will be means is equal to 3 times means 3 multiply 3 times that of his son. So age of his son y plus 5. So this will be our condition. So now here we simplify further. X plus 5 is equal to 3y plus 3 5s are 15. So here x minus 3y is equal to 15 minus 5. Therefore x minus 3y is equal to 10. So this will be our first equation by the first condition. Then here next part is that students, next part I mentioned here 5 years ago. 5 years ago. That means 5 years before 5 years. I also mentioned here before 5 years. Okay. So before 5 years, age of Jacob is equal to x minus 5, and age of his son is equal to y minus 5. And then students, then I mention here by the first condition, by the second condition. So what is the second condition, students? 5 years ago, Jacob's age x minus 5. So I write here without bracket. Jacob's age was 7 times. 7 times means 7 multiply that of his son. The age will be y minus 5. Okay. So simplify this equation. X minus 5 is equal to 7y minus 7 5s are 35. So here x minus 7y is equal to minus 35 plus 5. So here x minus 7y is equal to minus 30. So call it as this equation as second one equation. So now here for the substitution purpose, I have to choose the first one equation. Okay, I choose the first one equation here. So here first one equation is x minus 3y is equal to 10. So x is equal to 10 plus 3y. X is equal to 10 plus 3y. Call it as the third one equation. So now here I say that substitute the value of x. Substitute the value of x in equation 2. So the second one equation, x minus 7y is equal to minus 30. So therefore, at the place of x, I write down 10 plus 3y minus 7y is equal to minus 30. Then 10 plus 3y minus 7y is equal to minus 30. Therefore, students, that is 3y minus 7y. That means minus 4y. So here write as it is. 10 minus 4y is equal to minus 30. Therefore, minus 4y is equal to minus 30 minus 10. Therefore, minus 4y is equal to minus 40. So 4y is equal to 40. Y is equal to 40 upon 4. So y is equal to 4 tens are 40. Therefore, y is equal to 10. Okay, students. So now here put this value. Next part is that put this value in equation 3. So the third equation is x is equal to 10 plus 3y. Therefore, x is equal to 10 plus 3 multiplied 10. Therefore, x is equal to 10 plus 30. Therefore, x is equal to 40. Okay, students. Then here we have the two values. Okay, we get the two values. Okay, then that means finally we write down that. Therefore, the present age of Jacob is equal to 40 years, and present age of his son is equal to 10 years. Okay, so such a way we can find out the solution. Okay, so now here by the substitution method we solve it. Now here student, such a method, this method is very simplest method. This is the simplest method and you can understand it very easily. You practice this method, follow my method, students. Okay, students, follow this method, and I step by step I write down the solution. I take the solution. Okay, students. So now further that here students, this is our final question, and we completed this exercise. Now here students, if you like our content, then subscribe our channel and share this video with your friends.